Hello there folks, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, a place where I discuss different topics like spirituality, introspection, and game analysis from time to time. If you're a game designer or developer wishing for, to find people to comment on your own games and provide you with some valuable feedback, feel free to send me a link about your project, and when I have the time I will go through it and create videos about it, which I will post on my channel if that's okay. And well, to get into the topic of this video, it is, as you may have seen, confidence, and an idea that I required a long time to simply realize, and that idea is basically nothing else than the fact that we are always confident, irrespective of the situation, and everything else is just a little lie, a little game that we are choosing to play either because we have nothing else to do or because we are naive enough to simply believe that, well, there is no other way than do what other people are doing. Ever since I was young, I was simply, living by other people's standards, and I didn't have much of a great self-esteem. And I can say I have been on the hunt, let's say, for some of those illusions that many people drown themselves in, and one of those, for example, was motivation. I never understood what it meant, and I simply felt entirely alien to it. I couldn't understand how people suddenly felt motivated to do something. Well, I always felt simply like a void, as if there was literally nothing within me, as as if there was literally nothing for me to experience. And well, the point is, this void, I actually discovered that that void is basically nothing else than the truth, because we are basically nothing. Everything that we know, everything that we have, is nothing else than meaning we have created. We don't own anything, we don't know much, okay? And everything that we know in the end comes from an external source, be it from a video game, be it from, I don't know, books, the internet, parents, school, you name it, everything is an external source. Sure, there are some certain ideas and things that, pop up from within our own mind, but the mind processes things based on what you already know. And creation, okay, is still an outside source, okay? It is beyond our physicality, okay, our physical body. So when we have beautiful ideas, okay, and inspiring thoughts, okay, well, those also come from an external source, okay? Now, confidence is something that many people misinterpret, and oftentimes they attribute it to those who fake it, usually narcissistic people, sociopathic tendencies, and the such. Okay, because many people just bash themselves against their chest with their fist and say, just like corporatist world exists, we are always the best, we are your choice, right? We are your professionals, right? All these petty, silly little ways of, desperately trying to draw people's attention, okay? Even if the um, services that they would provide are actually good, this is still a petty little way of, drawing attention. Okay, it's just like a child that wants attention but doesn't know how to. Okay, and even according to Freud, this is still in a way childish because many things in childhood, okay, many problems stem from there because of parents who don't know how to raise their children and wouldn't even do any effort in trying to understand how to do that. What does that mean? Well, it doesn't mean much else than, um, creating little monsters. Because if you're a monster yourself, you're most likely gonna breed little monsters also. Now, the point about confidence, okay, is the fact that we are always confident, okay? Just like in my case. I didn't like school because, well, it always felt so oppressive in a way, and most likely so many of the children don't, but they are doing that because their parents are telling them, which shows how strong these little beings are, okay, and parents how ignorant they are of the pains and, the suffering that the little ones go, and well, even worse than that, how passionate they feel when they see others suffering, because suffering loves company, and it's always been the same. And if certain people suffer, well, they will always enjoy it when other people suffer as well, so that, well, they're not the only ones who suffer. And many parents are easily to be blamed about this. Now, confidence is the fact of always sticking to your own self, okay? And many people don't understand that confidence is not something that you brag about, okay? People who are confident, they don't need to brag about because they have their own aura, okay, that speaks about them, okay? Confidence is not something that you depict with words, okay? Confidence stems from your, or is perceived from your own aura, okay, from your own attitude, okay, without being a dick, of course, but well, confidence always exudes from the individual. Okay, it is a certain aura that people have. You know someone is confident when they burst into the room, right? And you feel that they are behaving at a certain frequency. Okay, they have a frequency which simply denotes that they are somewhat different. Okay, just like the lion when they step into the jungle, right? They have their mane, the wind plays with their own mane, and they always have that body posture which commands respect. Okay, now confident people don't need necessarily respect, but they may not necessarily expect it. Usually that's more like a sign of a weakness if you expect things, because expectations are nothing else than the precursor of tragedy and theatrical plays. Okay, people who start victimizing that, they want things to happen in a certain way, but it's almost always obvious that things won't happen the way one wants. So usually expectations are nothing else than an ingredient for disaster, especially emotional disaster. Okay, confidence stems only from people's actions, okay? Because when people take action, that's how you see them as confident. And throughout life, okay, I've always taken action, okay, even if it wasn't nothing, it wasn't always, or very rarely it was for me, specifically for me. Even when I was at school, I didn't like some topics, I didn't like some teachers, but I still did the homework. Now, looking back in time, this kind of depicts how confident I was. Okay, and I was confident in the end because confidence means starting something and also taking it till the end, because when you take something till the end, that's basically the best thing you can do for yourself. Many people simply start things but don't finish them, okay? And many people simply love bragging at the finish line but they hate doing the race, okay? Life is not a struggle. It's only a struggle if you make it so. But life will always be filled with challenges because, well, that's the point of life, okay? That is how you feel that you are alive. That is how you feel awareness, okay? Going through all sorts of emotions, because most people simply choose the easy path, which is being fully ignorant. And being fully ignorant means, well, basically being dead, because you're ignoring your thoughts, you're ignoring your emotions. But people forget that ignorance means accepting without judgment, okay? Without sifting through what you need to keep and what you need to let go. Why? Because people who are ignorant, they will ignore their husbands, their spouse, let's say, their teachers, and everything that they don't like. Okay? And also ignorance comes with stupidity, because ignorant people will always be stupid. Okay? It's not that I want it, it's because how things are. Okay? The more ignorant people are, the more stupid they are, because in ignorance you are stuck in certain beliefs and you would never trade those for something worse or better. Okay? Especially better because, well, ignorance can't go well with self-improvement. Okay? Ignorance is death, and, well, self-improvement is life, because life is always recycling. Just like in survival games, you're ditching an item in order to take something that will help you better, right? That's how life is. You're going through all sorts of thoughts, through all sorts of analysis and emotions, remembering the past and doing certain things. Ignorant people won't simply care what they have and what they don't have. Worse than that, they're not even gonna be thankful for what they have, because everything in this life functions on the principle that we will take more than we can ever give. Okay, we will always take more than we can ever give. That is how life works, and it will always work like that. So the point of confidence also comes with ideas like humility, okay, but being humble in the right sense of the word, not being, pussy and let yourself be stomped by others, okay, just to please them. Okay, that's what one can call the Stockholm syndrome. okay? A syndrome that triggers when, someone is being raped or someone, is being abused in ways, and, the mind, in order to escape, enters this hallucinatory state in which it believes that if they side themselves, right, the mind, actually, the people, the victims, if they side themselves with their prosecutors, right, with uh, their aggressors, uh, things will get somewhat easier, right? And that's how so many people end up being, right? They will do everything to please others just so that they can enjoy a little hallucination of peace, because there is no such thing as peace in this world. There will always be disturbing factors. The only peace that you can get is to be fully alive, because when you are fully alive, you transcend the aspect of, reacting to impulses, okay? Because people in hatred and, all such lower vibrational emotions, okay, these are very dense, and these simply stink of, unconsciousness, okay? And unconscious people will always react to certain things, which is not a very good thing, because it shows that you're basically not thinking about any action that you're taking. This definitely is an antonym of confidence, because confidence doesn't mean knowing it all, okay, but it means stepping in a certain direction, okay, irrespective of challenges, okay, irregarding of the naysayers, okay, and all the ticks in your life that will try to, pull you down, okay, or the crab mentality people, right? There are all sorts of those, but you have to understand that the world has a goofy way of being, because all those naysayers will most likely be the first ones who will ask for your opinion once they see that you succeed, okay? This is simply how the world works, okay? And it's been shown so by ancient masters and even some of the more recent, let's call them more modern poets, okay, and dramaturgists, or whatever they're called. Philosophers also, let's not forget. So, confidence is something that we are all bearing, okay, but unfortunately, we see a lot of people who play these games, of expectation, right? Those people who say, nah, it's impossible, okay, no, I will never do it, no, I'm not worthy of it. These people only have expectations, okay, and the only expectation that they have is regarding others solving their own problems, okay, solving the problems of these so-called naysayers, okay, because these naysayers, okay, that's the way they actually ask for help, okay, because people who victimize, they only point out they have certain problems, and naive people will fail because they don't know that there actually is a problem, and they don't know how to pinpoint it, and that's why so many people suffer around these people. Why? Because these people will always prefer others to solve their own problems. But the point is, you have to teach these people how to solve their own problems, because when you solve their problems, okay, they will create others, because once they see that someone is giving them attention, most likely they will want even more. Okay, that's how these void people, as I call them, actually manifest. Okay, because it's a kind of vampirism. Okay, they are vanishing. Okay, because they are basically dead. They are disconnected from their thoughts and emotions. So basically, on their deathbed, there's literally nothing to remember, which is kind of sad, because, well, everything that you remember on your deathbed, okay, will be nothing else than the power of your emotions. And with people being so used with, constantly preserving, you know, uh, heavy emotions, right? Well, that's nothing else than, well, bad things, because they will remember those, and, well, they will be even more entrenched into the fact that life sucks. But it's not the life that sucks, it's just the individual. And point is, they are creating so much more suffering. The problem is, when someone passes away and they lose their discerning mind in the period beyond their life, okay, until they may actually reincarnate again, they will live with all that suffering and not having a discerning mind. Everything that you have manifested in life will simply go out of, let's call it, will simply go wacky. Okay, if you are very happy, it will amplify. If you have been very sad and disappointed in life, it will also amplify. Okay, and it can simply amplify indefinitely, because once you ditch the physical body, there is basically no more discerning mind. So confidence is not necessarily belief in yourself, as many people say. Why is that? Because a belief is nothing else than accepting things without a necessity for proof. So, point be said, if you believe in yourself, it means you accept yourself, but not necessarily with a sense of proof. Now, think about one thing. How many times did people try to pull you down, but you still went on with your own things, okay? You still thought, okay, that you suck, you're not gonna end up doing something good, and irrespective of the outcome, at least you still did something compared to other people who would do nothing, okay? And well, look at them. At least you didn't live at their own level, because well, all they did was drama and theater plays, right? But you worked consciously towards your own goals and dreams and ideas, okay? Which goes to show that you have basically been confident, okay? Now, that confidence was something that you manifested in a different way, okay? You weren't bragging about it, which kind of shows a bit of humility, okay? Because all these people pulling you down, when you present your own ideas as, well, they're maybe not the best in the world, okay? That actually shows some humility. So there is always something that you are learning from other people, okay? Now, point be said, well, this video was kind of a bit all over the place, well, just like I am, but this is because I prefer, pointing people in multiple ways and, stirring their curiosity. I'm not interested in giving people flat answers. I can do that, but it's much better when you have people become introspective and research things on their own, because we are here to perceive our own things and to trust our own experiences, okay, and have our own feelings and, well, thoughts and ideas, okay, our own experimenting of the world through the prism and not the prison of our own bodies and mind, okay. So confidence is, well, keeping towards something, keeping towards yourself, okay, not selling yourself towards other people's ideas and principles and illusions about, how you should be, okay. Confidence is staying true to your own self, okay. Belief in own self is not something necessarily, it's something that to me is not even important, okay, because when you believe in yourself, well, basically you're always believing in yourself. That's the problem. Because when you believe in yourself, you see, when you're confident and you believe in yourself, and when you suck and you believe in yourself, it's still the same thing. It's just a different thought that you manifest, okay, that you say, not manifest, because I don't believe nor accept the flow of distraction, but it's just a point that, well, you are doing, okay. You say that you suck, okay, then you end up confidently believing that you suck and that you lack confidence, which is kind of funny if you ask me, okay. So as I've been saying, you are always confident of yourself. Everything else is just a bunch of little lies and little theater plays that we end up doing mainly because we are, I can't say programmed, okay, but we see other people doing that and we believe it's much better to simply you know, fit in and do what they do. But, there is a little problem with the bricks in the wall, okay, as Pink Floyd stated it, okay. Another brick in the wall, right? That's one of their most well-known songs, okay, at least at a more mainstream level. And there is a problem with people who choose to become another brick in the wall, okay, because when you become another brick in the wall, okay, when a brick breaks, well, that's easily replaceable because, well, it's just another brick, right? When you are that wall by yourself, okay, then, well, many will fight to simply have you, okay? Because when you are that piece that is hard to replace or even impossible to replace. Okay, that's when you have achieved success. Okay, because think about all the singers. Okay, all the singers in the world. I'm not talking about mainstream ones. Okay, but think about all the great bands, singers, creators, people who came up with all sorts of inventions and all sorts of services towards humanity. Okay, they were all unique in their own way. Okay, and that's why people remember them, because they were different from the crowd. If you think this world is made by too many people who are the same, well, you're probably meant here to be different, okay? And you're probably here to make an even better world if you definitely, or if you simply don't like this world, okay? All this being said, take care of yourselves, become more introspective, and you'll see that everything that you are looking for is, well, deep within you. And don't fall for all sorts of illusions, okay, in which basically people mistake confidence, okay, for bragging, okay, and egotistical show off, okay, because that is not confidence, okay, that is just a lack of attention and manifesting in any sort of vampiric way to simply win other people's attention, even for the lowest amount of time. Okay, now all this being said, take care of yourselves, you're loved and appreciated, stay awesome, keep doing whatever you're doing. Ferengi on board signing out.